Chumsut team, standing 5'9" tall, weighing in tonight at 69.5 kilos. From Belfast, Peter Duncan.
Slight crowd advantage.
And his opponent, from Macon, Georgia in the USA, standing 5'9" tall and weighing in tonight at 65.6 kilos, Bryan Goldsby.
Well, Peter Duncan led the applause for Bryan Goldsby, but didn't alter the stern look in his eyes one bit. He hasn't broken eye contact with Bryan Goldsby from the moment that he came into this ring. Looks extremely focused this evening.
Yep.
Bryan Goldsby, on the other hand, looks extremely relaxed.
Yes, he does. Both come from a wrestling background. They're both happy to strike as well. Peter Duncan is described as mini Matt Hughes, and Bryan Goldsby was a wrestling champion in the army. So let's see what happens here.
Mini Matt Hughes looks like he means business, doesn't he?
Well, Matt Hughes is known for his slams, and Bryan's known for his slams as well. Immediately tied up. Bryan gets the first slam, so that's 1-0.
So slam Duncan slams in the opening seconds.
Yeah. Pete Duncan showing experience, recovering his position, going back for the guard. Bryan's trying to stay in side control, where he could do more damage. Wrestlers are very dangerous in side control.
You can really tell the wrestling background, can you?
Yeah, the way that they're spreading their hips, keeping their weight low, not making a huge amount of space between each other. As we've seen in some of the fights from the more inexperienced guys, they make a lot of space. These guys are keeping very tight. If you look at that, that's a very tight position.
He's in the US All-Navy wrestling team, Bryan Goldsby.
So now he's put himself into a potentially bad position there for a shoulder lock known as a Kimura. He's gritting his teeth. He wants to get out of that one. Yep, he's out of that. Very strong guy. Flipped his way out.
The speed that he moves around, he can pirouette and
yeah, he's
Duncan's back.
Coming from a freestyle wrestling background, they're very good at what's called riding the top position, and that's where you do just keep moving around your opponent as they try and stand up. Peter Duncan's also very experienced. Recovering his position now, he's going to try and get side control. He'll have to get his left arm out, which is trapped between his body and Bryan's. But Bryan's now trying
for 7 years. Peter Duncan.
Yes, he has. He's obviously seen a lot in that time, because he's very calm here, very calm, very composed. This is another step up in class. These two guys are really showing calm game plans. This punching to the body is not making Bryan move 1 inch. He's not bothered by it at all. Very well conditioned. He's got to watch that right knee of his. It's going very close to Bryan's family jewels there. And there you go. Bryan just got his knee away from him. He needs those.
Nobody wants the knee in that part of the body.
No one wants one there. It's generally
no matter how much they're getting paid to fight.
Yeah. Now, if Bryan pops his head up, as he just has, he had a position there. He could get a shoulder lock. Now he's got the top position. Let's see if Bryan, the wrestler from America, is comfortable off his back. Peter Duncan working pretty hard here. Bryan's again still staying very close and very calm.
Both very happy at these close quarters, aren't they?
Yeah. Years ago, wrestlers wouldn't be happy on their back, preferring to control the top position, but Bryan's equally happy on his back and on his front. But Peter's showing a lot of good body control here. He's keeping his hips forward, keeping his posture, and setting up his strikes.
What's he trying to look for here, Peter Duncan?
He's basically trying to maintain his position so he can land strikes. Now they're back up again. Peter's showing some Thai boxing skills with some knees. Again, very good balance. Bryan's tried to take him down again, but Peter's shown his own wrestling skills. Now he's got the crossbody with the arm trapped. He's in a very good position to strike. He's striking here, dominating Bryan. He's probably getting a little bit tired of being on his back, because no matter how much a wrestler trains off his back, he's never comfortable there.
Peter really
Peter Duncan's
throwing
really
anything at him,
dominating.
elbows, fists, whatever he can get close to his head, he's doing it.
Yeah, again, these aren't knockout shots, but he's definitely wearing out Bryan here. The discomfort of being on your back as a wrestler combined with being dominated in that position there for that minute. There, as soon as he got his hands off the floor, he landed the knee, which is legal. You can't land a knee when the guy's got his hands on the floor, but he took his hands off the floor to try and stand up, and bam, he went the knee. Now Peter's, look at him talking to his corner, thinking, real pro. There we go, arm lock. Bryan's in a bad position here for this arm lock. If he's going to try and pick it up and slam him, but there we go, it's getting extended. No, he's pulled out of it. Strong guy. But if you look at those punches, they seem to have lost quite a lot of zip. Tried to do a jump over
maneuver there. What was that called?
That was like a failed cartwheel guard pass. If he just flipped his feet over a bit more, he could have passed a bit more cleanly. But at this stage of the round, getting close to the end of the first round, he's getting a bit tired for a cartwheel guard pass. But now he's got Peter on his back, so he's going to be a little bit happier. He's going to start being able to breathe a bit better. He's probably just going to ride up the end of the round and then try and recover during the break. His cornermen are getting up, they're getting ready to go in there.
For a sport in which you're in danger of getting blows to the head from all angles, Bryan and Peter both maintain wonderful facial expressions showing calm.
Yeah, very calm because he thinks he can win the fight by some kind of knockout. Whereas Peter there was continuing to score points. He's thinking about the judge's eyes, he's thinking about win the round, move on. He's real professional. Bryan's, he's very calm on his stool.
Peter Duncan up first. That's a psychological thing as well.
Yeah,
it?
definitely. This is his house, you know.
Showing that he's ready to fight.
King's always his hall.
knackered.
Here we go. Yeah, aggressively coming forward. That's it. Good low kick. Good low kick followed by a couple of jabs. They're back into the clinch game here, and
Bryan Goldsby had a slightly lazy moment there. Seemed to turn his back on Peter Duncan, which
Yeah.
you don't want to do.
Good sacrifice throw there by Bryan, but again, Peter Duncan is not wasting any time, just trying to make a better position. He's going for a submission. He actually went for the right arm, and now he's ended up on the left arm. He's very good body control there to turn it around like that.
How much flexibility training do these guys have to do, Dexter, to be able to maintain that sort of position there? That would be agony for anybody who wasn't trained for it.
When you're training on the ground, jiu-jitsu, you have to learn how to relax and breathe. He fights with he's trained with a lot of heavier guys like Thomas Lamont, who's 100 kilograms. So he's used to having the weight as well as the bad position. That's why he can continue to breathe in that uncomfortable position where his neck's all folded up like that. But he just doesn't stop. He's going for a Kimura shoulder hold. But he's got to be careful to give up his position there. As you saw, Bryan tried to sneak around to the back to get the back mount that we've seen so decisive. If he gets this hold out, see Bryan is bringing his left knee around and trying to get out of that position, but he's going to end up in an arm bar. Peter Duncan is continuing to distract him with his strikes. They're just distractions because Peter Duncan's very physically strong, but so Bryan's very physically strong.
Duncan telling us he's trying to maintain a training regime of 14 sessions a week, which is a lot.
It's a massive sacrifice that these guys are making to fight at this level. They won't even cover their training costs until they get to the very top level. But then that's where the big money is, as they say. So Bryan's going to start trying to strike from the top position here. Peter Duncan's just staying busy. Bryan's not showing the same level of control he did in the first round, but he may just be waiting for an opening. Just throwing strikes that aren't really having much impact from both guys. But Peter seems to have some kind of strategy. He looks like he's going to go for a triangle. It's going to be very difficult to get. This guy's already shown a lot of flexibility. And once again, he spins out of a hold and goes for the back position. But again, Peter immediately turns to his side so that he cannot have the back position. He doesn't want to get choked out the same way as
He's like a slinky going down the stairs, Bryan Goldsby. It's impossible to hold him.
Yeah, that's that freestyle wrestling competitive background that he comes from. It's all about knowing where your body is at all times so you don't get pinned. And that's why you can move like that. Not a lot of people can do that.
You can
Now he's going for his own arm lock, and then he just gave it up, and now he's going for the back again. You see how he's changing direction? Peter's slowing down a little bit, but I don't think he's tired. I think he's just realising that he needs to wear the other guy down, Bryan, down a bit more before he can dominate.
Pride and join this. They think that Peter's got the upper hand here.
Yeah, this is strong position for him. Side control, he can land more powerful shots. He's really actually quite a thoughtful guy when he's in these side control. He's not just getting carried away with the strikes. He's sitting up, looking at where are his legs, where are his knees, where's his head.
In the fighter questionnaire that they had to fill out before the fights, under the section thoughts about your opponent, Peter Duncan put in who cares. He's having to think a little bit about Bryan Goldsby now, isn't he?
Yeah, but he's happy. Look at him. He's just working. Bryan's again on his back, probably not the most comfortable position for him, coming from wrestling background. But he's super fit, as we've seen. He's gonna try and sneak out of this as well. Peter's just content to keep punishing here, win the round. This is the way the last round ended. Now he's got the Kimura. Let's see if he can get the right angle. He's going to tap. There you go. Tap to the Kimura hold.
Fantastic result that for Peter Duncan. And look at the crowd reaction as well.
Really popular guy.
Popular guy. He wears his heart on his sleeve.
Bryan had to tap there. It's a hold that will dislocate your shoulder if you don't tap at the right time.
What goes up must come down is what Peter Duncan likes to say to people in the gym. No slams from him in that bout, but he didn't need them. He won a very technical and a very tight contest. Just beat Bryan Goldsby of the USA. This is how he did it. Talk us through this one, Dexter.
Well, here we have the Kimura hold being applied by Peter Duncan. The shoulder's going to dislocate if he doesn't tap. Bryan taps wisely so he can fight another day. Very strong guys, very athletic Bryan, very determined Peter. Well-rounded guy.
After 4 minutes and 5 seconds in the second round, the winner after a tap out to an